Right. I don't know about you, but I feel like the energy has been a bit off. I think it's got something to do with the skies. Not going to go too much into that, but I'm personally, well, I've done my cards. I always do my cards first. I've got this feeling that something's going on in the background that I'm not aware of. And the reason I'm not aware of it is because no one has got the fucking bollocks to say anything to me, which is really a good place to be in, because then it's like I can feel it. So the thing is, when you go into solitary, or when you find serenity, whatever you want to call it, your senses get heightened. And yeah, I'm picking up on stuff, but no one's saying anything. And that's, you know, well, is what it is. But I can feel stuff going on in the background. It's really weird, but it's not actually affecting me because, like, it's out, it's over there. So that's what happens when you go solo and work on your intuition and your feels and your third eye, everything, and your gut instincts, and you do your affirmations, you put your protection out there, whatever. Yeah, it's a bit weird. But it's okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to, again, use Ella Guru's Tarot to get the main major arcana card, and then I'm going to go back to the fairy cards to get some in-depth. So, protection of the highest level, protection of the highest level, message for the collective from the fairy realm, whatever comes through. Where are we at the moment? What's the energy? What's the opportunities? What's the gateways for the collective? Should we choose to take advantage of what's going on at the moment? I feel I've got a lot of fucking fire in my belly, I can tell you that now. So I've used it creatively. So what's the message for the collective? Hopefully the sound's okay. I'm fucking sick of saying that. Oh, I woke up at 5:55, I think it was, 3-5, and that is change. Fives always represent change. Message for the collective. One major arcana, or two, for the collective, for the energy at the minute. Bottom of the deck, we've got the world. Ooh, she is naked. I should be all right. But again, it's that stripping down, that vulnerability. I love these naked cards because we are moving into a period of you've got to get naked. You've got to be comfortable with being naked. You've got to fucking love from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet, every single part of you. And the world is completion. Now she's got 4 hands. So there's either somebody behind her or it's an extension of her. They are tattooed, which it kind of shows like this journey when we tattoo ourselves. It's like the journey that we imprint on ourselves. And then she's got these beautiful stars around her head, which to me signify enlightenment. There's a rhinoceros in the background, so I will go back to that, or it might come out in the Earth Magic. And also, there's an angel at the top, so the arms are outstretched. The world is turning. It's the closure of a chapter. I can also see it's in an oyster. It's in an oyster. The world is in an oyster. So it's like having the world in your hands. It's like the world being a pearl. The world actually, we have to go through all of these transitions, and with these tattoos and these different arms in the air, it's like different versions of self. She's holding the lion there. The lion has been very significant of late, and she's tamed the lion. She's tamed the strength. She's required the strength. And this is how the pearl is made. The pearl is made through being tumbled and tumbled and tumbled. And then that's how it comes out in this beautiful round. So that's bottom of the deck, the world. And there's water in the background, overcoming emotion, being grounded, definitely got a hand on the lion, strength. I'm going to put my glasses on, actually. That's not the card that jumped out, but this is the bottom of the deck. So we are going to, this is like the foundations of, is that a kingfisher? I'll have to ask her. There is a lot of fire in the background, though. So the fire is like, I've just completed a cycle. I've just completed, a chapter has closed out, and I'm on top of the world. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation. And this is the creation. It's the pearl. It's the wisdom that has come from completing this cycle, from learning all these lessons, Right. So I'm gonna leave her there. I'm sure she's got so much more to put into that. And we've got temperance. So temperance is past, present, future. Temperance is literally being in the flow. And as you can see, she is pouring, what is it? Magic into a cup. Temperance in that, again, there's wigs, there's masks, she's at the salon, there's lots of wigs, lots of different heads. There's a fork in a brain. I just fucking love these. There's a chopped off hand, cutting ties with, removing the masks of, severed heads. But the thing is, she is so focused on pouring this magical juice into this jug that all these things that are going on around her are not distracting her. There is no distraction there, even though heads have been severed, masks have been dropped, wigs. It's a salon. She's a hairdresser. She's got this skull on her head and the red rose. The skull always represents to me like the death of, and the red rose being the absolute highest level of the flower, spiritual flower of the highest level. So she's conjuring up something. But again, like I say, temperance to me is past, present, future, being in the flow, being in alignment. If we're looking at it spiritually, energetically, it's being in alignment to be able to receive. Right, we're going to get some more on that. Temperance with the world at the bottom. She's not distracted by all of the stuff that's going on around her. Give me something more on this temperance. Past, present, future, all flowing into one. Oh no, hang on. Oh, we got the Nine of Cups. It landed on the Nine of Cups. So yeah, being in the flow could be bringing in your Nine of Cups. I want to get something with this temperance and the world with my other deck first. Give me something with temperance and the world for the collective, message for the collective, opportunities around at the moment. It's basically saying, like, do not get distracted. It could be asking you to tidy up your, well, I was just about to say, tidy up your paperwork, get all your ducks in a line, get everything in order. And I got look in a book. So it could be paperwork, something to do with looking a book. We had that before. Whatever your question is right now, you'll find the answers in a book. The words you find will bring you the insight you seek. So again, I've said, you can pick up any old book. It doesn't matter what kind of book it is. Flick through the pages, see what it lands on. What jumps out at you first? Bottom of the deck, we've got Magical Gateway. So there is an opportunity here, and with the World card completely, and it is like a portal. It's a portal to be able to timeline jump. You can see that portal in the background. That's a timeline jump. That's a completion, a cycle, and the chance to, the moon is underneath. It's the chance to restart, recalibrate. So temperance, focus, do not get distracted by, there could be a lot of things on show at the moment. Well, there is in the collective a lot of things on show at the moment, but in our personal lives as well, we could have a lot going on around us. People want to know how did you make that mixture? How did you get those three colours all together? How can you pour it into that bowl without even looking at the bowl? How do you instinctively know where that fluid, if you want to call it whatever, is going? It's going into her own bowl. That's what it's doing. You're not distracted by any of the shit that's going on around her. She's focused on creation. Look in a book, and then Magical Doorway at the bottom. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are, and it's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Now again, temperance isn't looking that way. She's not looking that way. She's not looking that way. She knows exactly where she's going. So that's at the bottom of the deck. Magical Doorway. And she's got the key in her hand. So it's like, look in the book, find that key, go and open that door, call that door in. Sometimes we don't have to chase, we just create. And from this state of temperance, of being in the flow, that's when we are at our most creative. Banged out 8 fairy rings this morning, just being in the flow. Right, so we're going to get another one from the Whispers of Healing. Whispers of Healing. Had a really, I can't really say what it is actually. Not keeping secrets, but yeah. So temperance, look in a book, Magical Gateway and the World. Temperance, look in a book, Magical Gateway and the World. These are all energetic. So we have kindness, giving and receiving. You've got this beautiful. I love the fact that it's a child exchanging with nature. It's what we give out. It's in we get back. It's not a it's an energetic thing, but it's saying kindness. Reach out, be kind. Bottom of the deck, magical gateway, kindness. It's very rooted, but yeah, they've connected in what looks like this pathway. Receive healing underneath. So we got self-love, self-love, temperance, getting in the flow. You have to have self-love. She has literally, again, stripped down naked, and she's nurturing herself. She's not looking for anything outside of herself. There is like this solar plexus energy here with this stag in the background, and she's pouring. It's like water is coming out of her hair. So it's releasing these emotions, letting it go. The fish is off into the sky. Fish normally don't fly, but this is a symbol of releasing anything that might be up here out in expression, and then bum on the ground, feet in the grass, and there's this, it does again look like this magical doorway, but it comes from choosing self-love. I choose to love myself. And a lot of people struggle with that word. A lot of people struggle with actually saying it. A lot of people struggle with actually hearing it because they associate it with ego. They associate it with, arrogance and, and it's not. It's literally, I'm looking after myself. And again, what did I say at the beginning? It's about loving yourself from the feet right up to the top of the head. And her hair, it's like this connection with source energy through self-love. I am beautiful and strong. I am safe and secure. I am supported. I am loved. I am love. That's a good affirmation. Now this is taken, and again, it's blue. So I'm feeling it's something that can be repeated, so that it becomes natural. It needs to become your natural verbal in talk, your natural way of speaking outwardly. It's blue, so could be, there's protection there, and throat chakra activations in saying, I love myself. If you look in a mirror and say it, if you can look yourself in the eye and say it to yourself in the mirror, it will, what we project out, the energy of that self-love projected out will actually come back tenfold. And you will feel an energetic shift. And we got strength. So again, there's a tiger in this one. There's a lion in that one. There's this little girl and she's riding the tiger. You've got the moon in the background. She is literally flying through the skies, but this is, and it does feel, again, very raw. There's a lot of raw in this. Galactic peacock feathers. She's like, let's go. It's going to take a lot of strength to be able to trust, to venture into the unknown. It's where the greatest rewards are, and it's time to step boldly forward without looking back, because we're not going that way. Strength. Right, let's get back into the tarot. So anything with temperance, look in a book. self-love, strength. There's a magical gateway, an opportunity through kindness, giving and receiving after a completion. The world as well. When we get the world card, often we get, gifts, not gifts, but opportunities coming in once we've completed this cycle. Wow. So the Nine of Cups literally fell out, was on the bottom of the deck, and it's just jumped out. So the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is I have 9 cups and I filled them with everything that makes me happy. Now there's like, that went really dark then. There's like this, it's pictured as romance, love, and I guess a lot of people. I noticed one of my videos said true love, and it got like thousands of views. Do you know what I mean? And maybe your Nine of Cups is finding somebody or some, an equal partnership. But everyone's Nine of Cups is different. So there is the opportunity to have a wish fulfillment here, and this is it's a spiritual lesson, or there is something possibly that's been completed through having this strength, having this, I'm going to love myself first, because we can't give or receive that if we haven't done the work on the inside. And then the priest, he's wearing a mask, but he sees. His third eye is open. It often relates to like a spiritual lesson or a spiritual new level, going up, learning something that is awakening, and then again moving on to a higher level of awareness. When the Hierophant comes up again, it can be learning about practices, learning about healing, learning about different resources, mastering those skills. But it's so that it can be shared. It's so that it can be given and received. But a spiritual kind of lesson here. And maybe the lesson is, can you stay focused on what it is that you're doing without being distracted? Get your ducks in order. We've got the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is this magical gateway. It's holding 2 staffs. You see the man on the hill with the 2 staffs. He's gone through some kind of, healing or alchemy, and he's gained these 2 staffs. He's got them both in his hands, and what it's done is created its own gateway, its own portal. So that's at the bottom of the deck. Two of Wands. There's an opportunity here, a magical gateway through self-love and strength. It's been a spiritual lesson. It doesn't have to be spiritual, but in higher self-awareness, self-love, having the strength to stay focused and still show kindness. The Four of Swords is, I'm going to take some time out to do some healing. I needed a little bit of a rest. I'm a bit worn out, but it also in that period of healing, and they're looking after each other. They've both got their eyes shut, so it could be like just switch off for a little while. But in the Four of Swords, especially in the other tarot deck, that there is clarity that arrives during this healing period. So Four of Swords, and again, that is foundational work. And the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is creating boundaries. This is, I'm taking time out for self-love because I need my strength, or it may have taken some strength to say I am taking time out for self-love, to be able to get into this flow. And the Seven of Wands represents, you know, he's got his hand on his shoulder, but it's a bit like these are my boundaries. This is what I've worked hard at, and I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting, you know, a no is a no. It's also got this little feel of keeping it to oneself for a bit. Let's get some more. Let's go deeper. Strength. So they're kind of repeating themselves here. Two lots of strength. Now with this strength, she's on a dragon. The strength is mastery. Mastery in the mind, mastery in the heart, mastery in taking action moving forward. She's mastered how to ride her dragon. Where's that card? Up in the air. There's strength. She's mastered how to ride the tiger. It's mastery of self and courage. So we've got two lots of strength here. So it is saying, like, basically keep going, keep doing what you're doing. You know, if you need to look in a book to look for answers, just flick the pages open. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is either being stabbed in the back or healing from some backstabbing. Ten of Swords is like you're on the floor, you've got swords in your back, and it may have been through putting up stronger boundaries. So there's some healing going on there with the Ten of Swords. But I think that's why we got double strength. This has taken double strength to pull all those little thorns out of. And again, she looks trapped. She looks like, I mean, there's clarity around this dead, dying bud of a rose. There's clarity. This bubble represents clarity in the mind, and she's looking at it. So maybe a little bit of sorrow as well. It's like, oh, the reality, the clarity of this hasn't bloomed the way I thought it was going to be. And I've had to endure all these thorns. So this healing period could be a time of taking those thorns out one by one and healing those wounds. Double strength. It would take double strength, and also double strength after Ten of Swords to still be kind, to still stay in the energetic, even though, you know, you might be feeling this, to still stay kind is a strength, double strength in itself, because most people get bitter. There's the devil at the bottom. So the devil is self-sabotage. It can be addictions, codependencies. The devil is the one that will try and distract us when we're in the flow of temperance. He will put things in our way. Oh, shiny little thing over here. Oh, a little bit of, temptation over there. Maybe old patterns are coming up to the surface to be cleared as well, which is going to take double strength, and it's going to take a hell of a lot of self-love to actually get this devil energy, which again is distraction energy, out the way. Right, let's get some more, or should we move on? Self-love, double strength, boundaries, Ten of Swords, Four of Swords, healing. This is like a lesson. It feels like a lesson completed to move into this gateway, this magical doorway. There he is. I mean, we have our own devils, of course. Like it is um, anything we're chained to, anything that we can't go without, anything that restricts us. It could be, thought patterns, beliefs, addictions. Like I say, he shows up in many forms, but he's always got chains. There's always like some attachment to it. Let's see what he fell out with. Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is saying keep going, keep doing what you're doing, keep working on creating, keep working on focusing on what it is that you're creating. Do not get distracted by the devil or the temptations or the glossy little shiny things that look over here, or that want your energy or want to try and keep you attached, is what I'm getting with him. The Seven of Wands is keep going, keep building, keep weaving. She's weaving a basket so that she can hold all her pentacles. She's got 7. That's only 3 away from 10. And she's got help from the mice as well. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Hermit. So again, this is going inward, finding the answers within, finding the light within. In darkness, sometimes these, that's in the dark, that's at night, looking at books at night, it's shadow. It looks and feels like shadow work, but but also healing from some Ten of Swords. Right, we'll get one more and then I will, that was quick. So Seven of Swords, siphoning out what's clean water and what's not. What is good for me to drink and what is not. It's almost, she's got it running through her hands, so she's pouring out into, or it's flowing through her hands. She's not filling her cup with it. In fact, she's actually trying to bring back a dead rose. Something that's dead, it's gone, it's finished, it's done. You can't bring it back to life. It's served its purpose. It's closed the cycle, the wheel. All the lessons have been learned and taught from this particular journey with the Hierophant is a journey. And the Seven of Swords is like, right, let's separate the wheat from the chaff. That's the right word. But that's what's going on. Seven of Swords at the bottom. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is fast action movement forward. So we've gone from the Seven of Wands, boundaries up. I'm protecting what it is that I have built and learnt and healed and then alchemized into all these 7 wands. And then, boom, I'm on my dragon. Again, there's like 3 lots of getting on a tiger, a dragon, a lion, having this courage to move forward. And he's even doing it one-handed. 8 of Wands is expansion, and it's expansion whenever we heal anything and we complete a cycle, whether it be a karmic cycle or just a lesson that needs to be learned. We gain expansion in the mind. We gain a new perspective. We know what the devil looks like. We know how to say, not today. Now, mastering those, having the double strength for that, being able to pour and create without actually having to look, being in the flow of receiving is going to put you in the most optimal position for all of these wands to come in. And don't forget, we're in the year of the fire horse. This is opportunities, expansion, fast action movement forward, and he's having to pull the reins back because things are really picking up a pace. Right, I'm going to go to the I call them the Labyrinth series because it's Brian Freud who wrote them, drew them. Okay, something with temperance, looking a book, self-love and strength. Temperance, looking the book, self-love and strength. Yeah, it's almost like she has got the right mixture to pour after playing around with different potions, different styles, you know, having a good old fork in the brain, wigs, masks, going to the salon, getting dressed up. Right, we have the Green Woman. I love her. This is really powerful energy. I don't know why the screen went dark. Bit odd. 23. But this is divine feminine energy. I feel it's like there she is. Wildness, natural magic, expectant gratitude, untrembled creativity. She dances naked in the moonlight and in the sunlight and the shadows as well. She doesn't care what you think of her. She knows her own worth from her experience of life. She is the feminine, vital, vegetative force that enables the root to crack stone, the reed to bend the wind, and the oak to stand against the storm. Graceful slow motion shows us how to release the constraints of artificial rules and limitations and find our true pattern of growth, being in the flow. She energizes us. She reminds us where the ground is fertile, something will grow. She speaks to us of caring for our own growing ground and of the physical satisfaction. I'm going to get self-love out with her. Here she is. Of the physical satisfaction of being our natural selves and practicing our own innate magic. This is a time for enhancing the growth of our talents and abilities and a time of blossoming that will bear fruit. It may also be a time of growing maturity and self-confidence, experience and trusting yourself and trusting the process. And that's what the hairdresser does. She trusts the process of the concoction that she's made up, that it's going to turn out right. I'm not happy that I've gone dark on the camera. I don't know why that's happened. I don't want to touch the screen in case it cuts me off. She reminds us of the material award ahead, the harvest of the seeds that we've planted and nurtured, and she counsels boldness and perseverance in the face of adversity. Yet she also reminds us that sometimes the only action we must take is to wait patiently and keep growing. And temperance is past, present, future, all in, there is no, it's being in the moment, in the flow. Okay, let's get another. Does it look dark? I don't know why it went dark. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Back to temperance, double lots of strength, self-love, the Green Woman. Oh, the Retriever. So the Retriever talks of something that we feel that we might have lost. He's holding the ball to his, that's what I mean, you can't see it. Something's happened. slow connection. Okay, I'm not going to play around with it, but he's holding the ball. There we go. He's holding the ball to his throat. And it does say, and it's a number 5 as well, so it represents change. 41. Is it 41? I did get that right, yeah. 41. So, Ibel is trying to remind you of something you've lost, a hope or perhaps a dream. It's time, right. You may have thought it gone forever, but it's holding it out for you to reconsider. He thinks you can do something with it now. The way may not be obvious, but his clever nose has scented a path, a potential opening for bringing this into your life. Sometimes he may be saying that a long-awaited dream is at last arriving on the scene and there's nothing we need to do but open our hearts and minds. However, we usually have to work for it. And the other thing he represents is loyalty. See if we can get some more from him, see what jumps out. This sort of busy, no, that's, so it's Office of Unclaimed Property, hopes, wishes, and loyalty. He retrieves and safeguards our lost hopes, forgotten dreams, and mislaid keys. So yeah, maybe something that you thought was out of reach is coming back or is there for, it could be one of the opportunities coming in. So 38, bottom of the deck, we have Lassiel, Moon's Daughter, light casting shadows, spiritual guidance and illumination and riddles. She wants us to be open to the great unknown and to the mystical experiences that teach us an expanded way to relate to the multiverse of all worlds and dimensions. She's the daughter of the moon, and she is also an illuminated child of unity. You may be finding apparently random events and ideas are falling into a pattern and beginning to make sense. Things may be flowing more easily. That is temperance, flowing more easily, being in the flow of, accustomed to, and your decisions and choices may be bringing unusually high degree of success. Psychic abilities, hunches, intuitions, and foreknowing are becoming clearer and making more sense. Trust the process. She also brings psychic dreams, forelighting the future and illuminating the present. Dreams often speak in symbols, as fairies want to do. And so if you're attending to your dreams and visions, study everyday occurrences, trying to discover deeper levels of meaning in the symbols there. You are learning the language of her. That language is spoken by artists and poets whose works are informed by rich symbolism. Discovering it through study, through looking within ourselves, and through interaction with fairies not only teaches us the language of fairy, of art, and of high poetry, but it also gives us the keys to our own psychic abilities, to the deep levels of our own psyche, where the singers and creative force of unity are easily found. Look in a book. You may be having, I've heard lots of people are having really vivid dreams at the moment. Look them up. Look them up. Or the one thing I will say, if I had a dream and I wanted to know what it meant, if I went on Google, I would go to the first one that came up, right? Or if you have a dream book, and I'm just saying this because that really reminds me of, I've got a dream book, or I didn't, I don't know. I used to have a dream book, thousands of dreams all in one book. So higher source, higher self, your guardian angels, whatever you want to connect to, will know you've got that book and give you symbols in your dreams so that you will then open the page and there's the message for you. And that's when I see this look in a book, this is what I'm getting, is actually with dreams or with seeing things, messages, finding marbles, look in a book to get the answers. There is a real spiritual sort of level up, if you like, because once we expand the mind, we can go back to the way that we thought before, but it's extremely hard once your eyes are open to the amount of messages that we get that, that mean something every single day. So yeah, if you've got a dream book, then your guides, whatever, angels will give you dreams. So you go look in your book. That's what I feel she wants to say. Now I'm going to close. With Earth Magic. I'm going to see whether, I think that might be a kingfisher. Again, I'm just, still, I love the fact that it's just an ongoing process, even for me, just learning. And I love the feedback. Please give me some feedback if this resonates, because I sometimes get lost in it and then I have to go and watch it back myself. Whoa. Winter solstice, it's reflection. And the tree, grounding. So we'll go with reflection. And it is like the woods, the forest is reflecting back to in the water, in the frozen lake. Right. This midpoint of winter is not only the shortest day of the year, so yeah, of course it's winter solstice, but energetically, it's asking us to review the past year and ask yourself what the most important lessons you've had to learn are. What have you accomplished and what dreams and visions you want to manifest in the up and coming year? Whether it's been a relatively smooth ride or a challenging series of events, acknowledge your experience as being the work of source, no matter what your judgments, fears or joys are. Honor what has happened over the previous several months with gratitude and forgiveness. Then let it go. Allow yourself some solitude so you can spend some quiet time, slow time in reflection. Once you feel complete, reflect on your present, especially focusing on what you're grateful for. When you are finished, consider what is to come, all the different possibilities and potentials that exist before you. Allow your imagination to roam without limitation or ambition and see what shows up. Notice how you feel in your body with whatever scenario plays out in your mind. These are previews of that which is gestating and can manifest and grow when cared for properly. Patience and stillness is called for here. But just as Earth cycles have their own pace, so does this cycle. And then grounding the tree. Let's see. I'm going to end with that one. You've been feeling scattered and spacey. You're not fully in your body, and that is because you've not been able to get grounded. This is quite literally in that your body is made of the materials of earth. So when you feel disconnected from your body, you are inevitably disconnected from earth. So get yourself grounded. You can do this quite simply with your feet firmly placed on the ground wherever you are. Feel the etheric roots that extend into the earth. Follow your breath so that each time you exhale, you imagine these roots going even deeper. Each time you inhale, drawing up the loving, nurturing power of Earth Mother. As soon as you have the chance, go outside and sit or stand with your back supported to a tree. Feel its solidness and integrity. It is simply being a tree. Breathe in the essence of the tree spirit and allow this to fill you up. Walk barefoot very slowly on the ground so you can maintain this connection. And that is temperance. I love you lots.